This talk is for the first year students of the University or Distance Education Yangon. It is for all specialization except English. Today I am going to teach its Unit 10 Cotton.
Now I will explain the points to be studied in this unit. Before you start learning the lesson, you need to know the learning goals and language goals of this unit. The learning goals are to give knowledge about what cotton is used for, where cotton is grown, the weather required by the cotton plant, what cotton looks like, the picking and processing of cotton, and the usefulness of cotton and cotton seeds. The language goals are to improve your reading and writing skills, to build new vocabulary, to study the use of one present perfect tense, verb ing, and omitting the main verb phrase. In this unit, there are a lot to learn from the given passage. You can do close reading, word study, structure study, composition study, other work, writing and vocabulary. Before you do the exercises, you should read the passage carefully. Now we are going to start from close reading. So, from doing close reading, you can get the summary of the passage. After reading the passage carefully, you will know how long cotton has been used, when it is grown, how it is picked and processed, and how useful it is. Before you do the exercises, you should read the passage carefully. Now we are going to start from close reading in exercise 1.1. The first exercise is to find out whether the given statements are true or false. So, you should read the given statements carefully and find out whether they have the same meaning or not. Remember that they may have different sentence constructions. Here are the statements. Let's try question number 1. The given sentence is, cotton clothes are worn by most people. The text says that most people in the world have some clothes made of cotton. Although the two sentences are different in terms of their structure, the idea is same. So, the given statement is true. Let's try number 2. The question is, America produces nearly half the world's cotton. In the text, you will find the sentence. Today, cotton growing in the world is so successful that nearly half the world's cotton comes from America alone. Both sentences give you the same information. That's why the given statement is true. Let's look at question number 3. The given statement is, the flowers of the cotton plants are pink or purple when they appear. In the text, it is said that the cotton plant has dark green leaves, and when the first flowers appear, they are creamy white, though they soon turn pink or purple. According to the passage, the flowers of the cotton plant are not pink or purple. Actually, they are creamy white. So, the given statement is false. Let's study question number 4. The given statement is, all the work in the cotton field is done by hand. The text says that cotton must be picked with care, and at one time, all the work in the cotton fields was done by hand. But now, most of the work is done by machine. According to the text, most of the work in cotton field was done by hand. In the past, nowadays, it is done by hand. So, the given statement is false. After that, we will go to the next question, number 5. The given question is, each bowl is 1/3 full of seeds. In the text, it is said that when the bowls have been picked, they are taken straight into the tin, which is What workers in America used to call the engine which separates the cotton from the seeds that fill 2/3 of each bore. In other words, the text says that each bore is 2/3 full of seeds, so the acceptable answer is false. For the rest of the question, you can attempt in the same way and the answers are provided for you. You can also check the answers with your study guide. Let's look at exercise 1.2. This exercise is to find out the answers the given questions in single words or short phrases. The first question is, why have cotton clothes been extensively used in the West for only about 200 years? For this question, you have to find the reason in the first paragraph, because the question word used here is want and you can leave the sentence directly from the text. The complete answer is, cotton clothes have been extensively used in the West for only about 200 years because cotton was very expensive in the West before it was grown there. After that, I am going to deal with question number 2. As another example, the question is, in what weather does the cotton plant repent best? Notice that the question word used here is what kind of weather cotton plants like, and you will have to find time phrase. The correct answer is the cotton plant repents best in dry weather. Let's look at question number 3. The given question is, how much rain is required for a cotton crop to grow well? Here, the question word is how much and you will have to find a number or something. In the text, it is said that too much or too little rain at the wrong time can ruin an entire crop. A total of about 36 inches of rain is required for a satisfactory growth. According to the text, the correct answer is a total of about 36 inches of rain is required for a cotton crop to grow well. For the rest of the questions, you can try them on your own and the answers are provided for you in the study guide. The next item to study is word study. In exercise 2.1, you can learn some vocabularies through synonyms, what we call instead of saying. There are altogether 7 words given in the test and you have to find words which have similar meaning of the underlined words from the test. You need to learn all the words by heart. In order to deal with this about type of question, you should be careful about the tense for verbs and the singular and the plural number for nouns. For example, widely, extensively. That happen often, frequent. Destroy a whole, ruin an entire. Timed, period. Become, tend. Rightly, straight. Uses, opposites. Through these exercises, learn new vocabularies together with the meanings for the better understanding of the words. The meaning of the words are also provided in Myanmar in the study guide. Now, let's study the next item 2.2. This exercise will help you know how to form adjectives from the noun. If the suffix "full" is added to a noun, you will get an adjective. For example, successful is the adjective form of a noun, success, which means that had success. By studying this structure, you can try the rest of the questions on your own and the answers are provided for you. In contrast with many words, the opposite of the adjective formed by adding the suffix "full" to the noun is formed by adding the suffix "less." For example, powerless is the adjective form of the noun power, which means that is without power. According to this example, the remaining questions can be tried on your own. All the answers are provided for you in your study guide. After that, let's move on to another item. This exercise will help you know how to form nouns. If the suffix er is added to a verb, you will get a noun. For example, baker is the noun form of the verb bake. So, the noun phrase, a person who bakes, is equal to a baker. From this example, you can try the rest of the questions on your own. All the answers are provided for you in your study guide. Now, we will go to the next portion. This exercise will help you know how to form compound adjectives. Let's study example 2.4. We can say that cotton growing means lands that grow cotton. From this example, you can try other questions. All the answers are in the study guide. Note that when forming compound adjectives, the noun before the verb ing is always singular. In exercise number 3, you have to learn structure study. The first pattern is 1 present perfect tense. This construction is used to show a temporal relation between the two events. There are two clauses in this structure. One clause shows the first event and the other clause shows the second one. Let's see the example 1. The given sentence is: first, the petals fall, then the bulbs or pods begin to grow and repent. According to the given instruction, we can rewrite that sentence such as: when the petals have fallen, the bulbs or pods grow and repent. Let's look at exercise 1. The given sentence is: first the bakers pull the ripe bulbs of the plants, then they collect them in long beds. The correct answer is: when the bakers have pulled the ripe bulbs of the plants, they collect them in long beds. Let's look at number 2. When the bulbs have been picked, they are taken straight to the giant. The correct answer is: when the bulbs have been picked, they are taken straight to the giant. After that, let's try another exercise 3. The given sentence is: first, the cotton is ginned, then it is packed into bales. The correct answer is: when the cotton has been ginned, it is packed into bales. Here, you should notice that some of the sentences will have to be rewritten into active and passive voice. For the rest of the questions, you can try them on your own, and all the answers are provided for you in your study guide. After that, another structure study is verb ing form, the present participle. It can be used to show the two events happening at the same time. Sometimes, this structure is used to describe cause and effect relationship. Let's see the example. The given sentence is: now, the bulbs begin to grow and repent. They first turn brown and then open to show their soft white fibers. To join these sentences, you have to change the form of verb into verb ing form, present participle, in the second clause. So, the correct answer is: now, the bulbs begin to grow and repent, first turning brown and then opening to show their soft white fibers. Let's look at exercise 1. The given sentence is: bakers walk between rows of cotton bushes, then they pick the ripe bulbs and collect them in long beds. The correct answer is: bakers walk between rows of cotton bushes, picking the right balls and collecting them in long beds. After that, let's look at exercise 2. The given sentence is, cotton must be picked with care. It is a very delicate plant. The complete answer is, cotton must be picked with care, being a very delicate plant. Let's try another one. The given sentence is, even the cotton seeds are useful. They are used for wine and food for cattle. The correct answer is, even the cotton seeds are useful, being used for wine and food for cattle. People everywhere use cotton. Most have some clothes made of it. People everywhere use cotton, having clothes made from it. Here, you should notice that you must not forget to put the comma between the two clauses. And then, here are some of the questions. These questions and answers are given together to be able to learn easily in this slide. And then, the rest of the questions can be tried by your own, and all the answers can be checked in your study guide. Now, we are going to the next activity. What do the following refer to? In this exercise, you have to find the words to which the pronouns or the relative pronouns refers. In number 1 in line 3, you will have to find what does the pronoun they refers to. To get the answer for this question, you will have to find it in the text. The text says that cotton clothes have been worn in the East for at least 2,000 years, but they have been extensively worn in the West for only about 200 years because cotton was very expensive in the West before it was grown there. So, the correct answer is cotton clothes. Let's look at the pronoun it in line 9 refers to. To get the answer for this question, you will have to find it in the text. The text says that the cotton plant needs frequent showers until it blooms, but after that repents best in dry weather, so the correct answer is the cotton plant. The rest of the questions can be tried by your own. All the answers can be checked in your study guide. The next activity is composition study. Let's look at the exercise. See which of the given bars summarizes each paragraph. In this exercise, you have to choose one of the items A, B, C given in the test. According to the test, the correct answer for paragraph 1 is B. You should do the remaining questions to improve your reading skills. All the answers are given here. The final task for you is to write a paragraph on the uses of cotton to practice writing. The sample paragraph will be given in this slide so that you can have some ideas to write down this topic.
Now, I hope that you could understand the lesson well. May I conclude my talk now? Thank you.